seeps through our soul, where dreams turn to clouds, and the ocean steadies the flow. Feel release in the mountain peaks, where the earth speaks in tones. Day fades to dusk, yet the stars ignite, guiding us on our way home.
Yo guys, what's up? Welcome on to a Friday evening live stream here on the Chill Out Fly channel, and tonight something a little different as requested by Gally. We're going to fly the A340-600 in X-Plane 11 from Montpellier up to my home airport of Newcastle. Got a flight time of around 2 hours, and yeah, should be nice. We've got ortho for the whole way up. We got France VFR Montpellier scenery, and we've also got ORBX scenery up in Newcastle as well. So yeah, should be a good flight. We're down there. We're using the old school Virgin Atlantic livery for this flight, and we need to go get it set up on the ground. It's a long time since we've been in X-Plane, and a long time since I've flown this airport either offline or on a stream. So it could be fun. We do need to go and do the whole setup of the MCDU as well, because we don't have the ability to import it from SimBrief, but we do have what do we have? We have some. I can't remember what I'm going to say now. We have something. So let's whiz on down to the aeroplane and go and see what it's all about. We have a slow little tootling. Like I said, we do have scenery there. We've got the fire service already waiting for us in case we make a right mess. We've got the blue lights on ready, and the police, and a couple of other airport vehicles there as well. But yeah, here we are. Here is the A340-600 by Tolis. Very nice. Oop, as you can tell, I haven't used this for a while. Forgotten what half the keys are. But yeah, here it is in all of its glory. 340-600. I've downloaded the latest update for it yesterday as well. And yeah, we should have a good little look out in this. Cruising flight level 380 for the way back up to Newcastle. We got enhanced skyscapes for the clouds. We've got active sky running as well, which is here to get the weather for. We're going down to Montpellier. It's 9 degrees. Wind 23 knots, 300, and we've got pressure 1005 as well. And we can see the map for the way up. Let's have a quick look. It should be pretty clear where we are at Montpellier, just over here. There we are. So what have we got? Got a bit of a signal there for turbulence. Marseille. Severe turbulence forecasted. So that should be interesting. We've got a bit of cloud, a bit of rain. And then up to Newcastle, somewhere under that dollop of cloud. Just there. So yeah, if we hop onto the airplane, if I can press maybe that button. There we go. Completely cold and dark. So we'll go and have a look at our flight plan. And we'll go and see what is going on. Ah, finally. YouTube was being a bit of a pain. I just need to just change a couple of settings. There we go. On there, and just add in just the info for the stream. There it is. Finally, X-Plane 11. We'll save that. There we go. That's a bit better. The chat wasn't working, and also I couldn't get YouTube to show us what was happening. But if I pop you in the full screen, there we go. We can have a look around this. Have a look around this beauty and get it set up. We've got a huge overhead to play with. We've got two batteries, 2 external powers to connect as well. We've got the APU battery to turn on before we do anything else. And yeah, we're going to have a look at that. And we should have, hopefully, Avitab should have, I'm hoping Avitab has got the charts in. If we type in LFMT for now, we should be able to get the charts for here as well. There we go. So we'll grab the airport one. There we are. And we'll get the departure. We'll look at the flight plan and have a look at the departure as well. But let's go and get some stuff turned on to see if I can still remember what to do with this. So, we need to get battery 1, battery 2, external power A, external power B turned on. APU battery turned on as well. And we'll go and get the emergency lights. This has got a nice push and pull, so you have to pull and push the mouse to get this to work. We'll get the nav logo light turned on. Let's start the APU while we're here. Cruise supply can go on. Ground control should be on. We'll give that 3 seconds. Everything in this is modelled correctly, so you can't just go turning things on willy-nilly either. So it's quite good. We'll get the IRSs to nav and let them get themselves lined up. And all the fuel pumps will have to come to shortly to turn on a bit later on as well. But yeah, it's a huge plane and quite a bit to do to get set up. We'll go and brighten up the PFDs and the ND on that side. And let's go and get the FOs one done as well. Everything's in real time, so we would have to wait for the IRSs to align before we can go anywhere as well. But that won't be too much of an issue, as we do have to, like I said, type the whole flight plan in and all the other stuff. So there we go, got that brightened up. Let's go and have a jump down. The good thing is I can pop these out for you guys to see a bit better than looking down on the MCDU. So we've got the Trent 556B61 engines on this airplane. Unfortunately, I forgot to update the air rack cycle, so hopefully this is going to work with our flight plan. But I'm going to grab it now and we'll have a quick look at it, which is here. Here it is. So like I said, we're going to go up from Montpellier up to Newcastle. There's the routing. Straight through the middle of France to the east of Paris, up towards Heathrow, and then straight up the middle of the UK and into runway 25, back up into Newcastle. So you'll have seen when we fly the A320, we only take 5 or 6 tons of fuel. In this thing, we need 26 tons of fuel. Flight time 1 hour 58. We've got an alternate being Heathrow with a large runway. That'll be the best place to head to, and you can see our route's quite large to type in. We're going to do the ETRAC 6 Delta departure to ETRAC direct to the Bravo Romeo Yankee VOR, Upper Mike 733, and so on up to Newcastle. So I'm going to pop this on the other side, and let's go and grab some. We're going to do the init stuff. So we are going from Lima Fox Mike Tango up to Echo Golf November Tango. Let's pop that in. Flight number, we are Virgin 34 Lima Kilo. So passengers, let's tell how many passengers have we got. Passengers, we got 272. Cost index is going to be, let's have a look, where's the cost index? Cost index whopping 130. Cruising flight level 380. I can go in. And with this one, we can get the wind. We'll just do the wind request. There we go. That should all be in. Next phase, wind request as well. So there we go. Let's go and have. So we'll have a look at this flight plan now. We do need, like I said, do need to type it all in, which is quite a bit of a pain. But let's go ahead and get that started. So from here, we're going to go out of departure, runway 30 right, and we're going to do, like I said, the ETRAC 6 Delta. No transition. And we'll skip down here to ETRAC. So from ETRAC, it's going to be direct to the Bravo Romeo Yankee VOR, which is the next waypoint. 291 miles away, that'll be about right. So from there, it's going to be the upper Mike 733. We'll go Airways, upper Mike 733. From there, we're going to go to Copo, which is Kilo Oscar, Papa Oscar Romeo. From there, we're going to take the upper Mike 976. 976 to Abno. Abno into there. From Abno, we're taking the upper Tango 10. Upper Tango 10. That takes us to Alesso. From Alesso, it's the Tango 420, which goes to Biggin. From there, November 16, and that takes us to Brookman's Park, which is that one. We'll insert that. And from there, we are going to go up on the upper November 601. That will take us to Leicester. From Leicester, upper Yankee 250 to Rimpto. And Rimpto is the start of the arrival into Newcastle. So Rimpton 1 November, ILS 25. Rimpton 1 November, no Vires. And we'll insert that. Pretty cool, there we go. Good stuff. So we have the flight planning. We need to wait for that to align. Another 4 minutes yet. And so we're going to do some other bits and bobs. We need the performance to be done. And we'll just have a look at the ISCS, which is here. So let's have a quick look. Aircraft load and performance. Right, so fuel wise, we need to get in. So block fuel's 26 tons. So let's say we'll take 30 tons just to be on the safe side. Let's take 30. That'll do, 30 tons. And we need to we'll do a quick refuel. Right, passengers, we have 200 and we said 272, wasn't it? Passengers 272. Why can't we get 2? Right, 273, that'll do. Cargo, we have 6.8 tons of cargo. Just drop that down. Actually, we need a zero fuel weight of... What's the fuel weight we need? Where's it at? Right, estimate. Takeoff weight, zero fuel weight, 210, 211 tons. So we need to drop that down. Right the way down. 212. We need a little bit of cargo actually. Yeah, it's 200. 200, it's actually 211. let's just drop that down. And that a little bit. Not the fuel, obviously we need to have the fuel. 212. About right, that'll do. We'll apply that load setting there. We've got 228 passengers now. We've got the fuel in. We'll set that. And we'll do the, can we do takeoff 1+F? We can. And there's our V speeds based on this performance just there. So let's, we'll pop that over there. We'll grab this screen back up and let's go and do the performance out of here. So we'll do a flap. Actually, let's do a flap 2 takeoff. There we go. So it's going to be flap 2, which is up 3.4. That can go in there. Takeoff shift flex temp is going to be 59. And that gives us packs on, and we got a V1 at 151. VR 151 also. And a V2 of 155. There we go. Transition altitude here is, let's grab the charts and we'll have a look. What are we doing? We'll have that up. We'll also get the charts for our taxi out, and let's grab the Newcastle charts as well. 25. We don't need to worry about the airport charts there because we know that quite well. So let's just we'll get that up ready. Initial climb. What's the initial climb out going to be? Where is Etrad? 6 Delta, there it is. Not below flight level 200, 1-5. So we'll put in flight level 200 for the departure out. We don't need that anymore. And we'll put in flight level 200. There it is. And there's our IRSs have aligned as well. We just wanted to have a look. Yo, Riz, buddy, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. I just want to grab the transition is 5,000 feet, which is good. That's got 5,000 in. Perfect stuff. So let's have a look at the QNH. Where's active sky? There it is. Home conditions. QNH is 1005. So that can go up by one smidge. And we're going to skip through this plan and have a look at the routing out. Flight plan. So there we are. Let's have a quick look. We got 30 right, straight ahead to the north towards Etrax. After that, Bray, and then all the way out towards northern France. Towards Tiger, there's Bigham, Brookman's Park into London, and then up towards Potton, Bedford, towards Pippin and Leicester, up the middle of the country. Then after that, Zodru, Etris, Etz is, and then out to Centre Fix runway 25, and then obviously with X-Plane being as good as it is, we do have the go-around coded as well, which is good. So that's all good. Performance is done. Init A is done. Init B, we're just going to go and do that, and then we'll get the look at the taxi out. Let's get that up. So zero fuel weight is 212.4. Our CG is going to be 22.9. Block fuel, we've taken 30.4 tons of fuel. There we go. And we just grabbed the stuff for the alternate down into London Heathrow. The alternate's going to be 5.5 tons into the alternate. Why did that work? Our route reserve it goes into, and this one doesn't at 5.5. There we go. Not into the alternate time. That should populate and give us final time 30 minutes, extra time 52, we've got a takeoff weight of 24.1. Flight plan reckons we've got a takeoff weight of... let me just have a quick look. Takeoff weight of 35.9, but we did just adjust that, and landing weight is about 226. Yes, that's about right. Landing weight, it's got 221. So that's pretty good. We'll take that. That is all good. We got that in. Cost index whopping 130. Wow, that's huge. But IRSs are aligned. We got all that sorted out. That can go back to ARC. We'll get the constraints turned on. Both sides. We've got flight level 200 set for the initial stop climb. And let's have a look at the departure. Sorry about that. That was a smart speaker. Reckon why I called her name, but clearly not. So 30 right here is not that long of a long runway. Hence, we're going to do flap 2 takeoff here. So if we push back towards Echo Foxtrot, we'll take Tango 4 all the way down Tango 1. There's our holding point. What is 5? What is 5 telling us? A max wingspan of 49 feet onto 4. What is 5? Visual aid for turnaround threshold 30 yellow mark. Restricted use of aircraft with wingspan less than 180 inches, 36 meters. Main gear overall width less than 30 inches or 9 meters. Unusable during night or when RVR's below 800. That's fine. So let's go and grab the better pushback geezer and get ourselves sorted out for this push. So ideally we want to come off down here or come out, or we could go out over there. So let's just get pushed back to, I reckon, somewhere about here. Gives us plenty of room to
all right, Captain, got the directions.
out.
Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Well, I reckon that we're probably ready to go, actually. Better push back.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Thank you ever so much. So QNH 1005, we got was the airport elevation here, just double checking for the QNH. So we're pretty much sea level, because it's right around the sea, because we are only 40 feet above the ground as well. Good, 1005, let's just set that one as well. .1005 is set, and we'll put that one onto flight plan as well, so FO can see what we're doing, and we'll just have a quick check of the constraints on here on the way out. Flyover point, and then we're heading up to
all right,
we've got
looks
top
like
of climb,
the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
and this does top of descent is pretty much spot on this as well. It should have the constraints in. Yeah, should be all good with this, and there's our gross weight, 242.8 tons. All the doors are closed, and I think we're probably good to go. Let's just make sure we got the APU bleed on. Where are we at? APU bleed can come on now. Everything else is good. Let's have the nav logo light on. Beacon light can come on. Strobe light to auto. That'll be the jet bridge making its way back. There it goes.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Let's see if we remember how to fly this thing. So let's get the parking brake off. Yo, galley buddy. How's it going, mate? Let's just hip and nip in here, and we'll get rid of the chocks. Thank you. Parking brake is definitely off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Light them up. Engine start. Here we go. Let's start engine 3 and 4. It didn't let you know, get it, no, Gally? I popped it in the Discord. It should have popped up. How dodgy is that? So anyway, we've lit up 2 engines, 3 and 4. There they are. N3. We got RYZEN. We're being pushed back. Bugatti, there's a flight for you. There we go. There it is. The lovely A340-600 in that Virgin Atlantic livery that you were after. Hopefully we should have these engines start to spool up. There they go. N3, EGT, N1, and there's the EPR as well. So we'll wait for a good start on there. And we'll get engines 1 and 2 up and cracking. Just going to get some of the bits and bobs sorted out. So predicted wind shear can be on. Weather system. Oh shit, no wonder. It's a long time since I've flown this. We need to go and chuck on. Look at this. How can you forget the fuel pumps? There we go, that might help. That might help. There we go. It's a bit better. N3, and we've got EGT as well, there you go. It is nice, it is very nice. Let's go and see if we can start engine number 1 and 2. Park and brake can be on. There we go. Hopefully I've got all of the stuff all set up properly. It's been ages since I've flown this, so I don't know what's going to happen. It could be fun. Train radar works, we'll have that on. But yeah, hopefully. Ignition, APU bleed. And there we go, fuel flow. And away we go. Let's have a look outside when he's doing the pushback and that's starting up. Not the biggest of airports to fit this in. Not the biggest of airports. But it was somewhere nice and sunny that had some decent scenery, and it wasn't too long of a flight either. The Madrid scenery in Alicante, for some reason, once I loaded in again and updated this, it wasn't too happy with it, so this one seems to be good. But it's definitely a beast of a plane, this one, isn't it? Definitely a beast. There we go, I reckon that we're good on the engine starts. There we go. That's at least we've got them going. We go back to norm. We are doing flap 2. Let's go and look at the flaps, having a bit of the size of these flaps. The size of those.
Just
Nice.
about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Nice bit of Friday evening flappage. Parking brakes on.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Thank you. TCAS go to auto. Weather radar is on. We got terrain radar on. We'll get auto brake set to take off. Just got to remember 1 or 2 bits and bobs on here because it's a little bit different to the 320. But all in all, it's not to kind of set it up. It's not too bad. Just look up here. Disconnect that. That can go to taxi, and we'll have strobe lights on now. Why not have the wing lights on as well? And APU bleed, that can come off. Everything else is good, I believe. I think we're good there. Let's see if we can remember how to taxi this. Also, we can.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Where's he going to go? On the left. Over here somewhere. We can also have captain's taxi display on. There we go, we can see outside. Which is quite cool. There's a tug. We'll wait to see the bypass pin. And we'll get going. There he is. There's the bypass pin. So, right, taxi routine as we now. I think we're pretty much good to go. Right onto Mike, Tango, all the way down, full length, 30, right? Let's just go and arm those spoilers. So look, we got signs. They want the signs on. Let's have a look. Signs on. There we go. I'll do a takeoff config test, so we don't have too many things to do down in as we're taxiing out. And look at the engines. All of the stats, all ever so slightly different as well, which is quite cool. So the idea is the pink dots stay on the taxi line, and that way we shouldn't run off the edge of where we're going. So let's attempt to get this going. Parking brakes off, and let's give it a bit of juice. Rudder pedals are working, I think. Yes, they are. Good stuff. We'll have the chart up on the second screen just to see where we're headed. I did, like I said yesterday, adjust all the sensitivity and all the other bits and bobs for it. So I'm hoping that we shouldn't have too many issues, especially when it comes to landing. The reversers do work as well, so perfect. We'll head this way, ideally.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Holy moly! Bit of wind shear. That wasn't on the stream or anything like that. That was the plane wrecking.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Reckon we have a bit of wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Pretty sure there's no wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Right, anyway, so we've got flaps 2, spoilers rammed, auto brake is RTO, and everything else is looking good.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Wind
Yeah, there we
shear,
go.
wind shear, wind shear.
Pretty nice day to go flying back up to Newcastle. Hopefully, weather up here is nice as well, so we should have a good trip up. But it's a huge plane.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Wonder why we're getting the wind shear warning, unless there is a bit of wind shear.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Yes, we get it. We get it. We get it. Shut up for now.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
34 knot wind. What's active sky giving us here? The wind 23 knots at 300 degrees.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Well, we'll see. That could be quite annoying if that's just a bug.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Then that'll be quite annoying.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
We get it. I thought that was a sound alert being played on the stream, but clearly not. It's clearly in the sim.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Right, start to slow down anyway. Hopefully once we get up in the air that will have will bugger off. That could be quite annoying. The size of that shadow coming around that corner now. let's just stop and get a few bits and bobs on. Let's have that to take off. Landing lights can be on. Runway turn off lights. And everything else is looking tickety-boo. Let's get rid of the taxi camera. That can come off now. Spoilers are on. Flaps are at 2. We have V speeds 151, 155. Climb nav 1FD2, 2000 blue. And we got QNH 1005. And let's go get lined up and get out of here. So if I'm not mistaken, this plane can climb at a hellish rate.
30 right.
It can climb like a rocket 3,000-4,000 feet per minute. I don't think is unusual in this. Let's see how we do. So we are taking off towards terrain, as you can see on the terrain display.
On runway 30 right.
And I reckon we've checked everything else. ECAM memos takeoff, no blue. Well, it will be once we just go and get TCAS turned on. TCAS turned on. Let's just put predicted wind shear back on again and see if that's going to behave itself. But we are flaps to takeoff, spoilers are armed, auto brake RTO, takeoff configs normal. Let's go to Newcastle. We are doing a flex takeoff as well, so we'll get going. There we go, Manflex 59 SRS. Auto thrust is armed and blue. Yo, Air Dog buddy, welcome along. Just in time for this huge takeoff in this. Here we go. We do have a pitch limit on there as well. You can see that red down pointing arrow on the PFD. There's 140 knots. There's V1. And rotate, up we go. And at least we're up. The positive rate, the gear's coming up. I'm going to stick that in because like I said, I haven't flown this for a while. We'll just let it crack on with its takeoff for now. So we're above the F speed, I get flaps back to 1. As we say, au revoir. Look at that. Pretty cool. Let's leave a climb. Thrust climb nav at 2000 blue, and away we are. Yeah, that should start coming down, I reckon. It's only 1 hour 58 more or less, Gally, I think. As we start to speed up, that up there should start to dip. There's the S speed. We'll get rid of the remaining bit of flap. It has got slat retraction as well, which is quite cool. But we'll get rid of that. There we are. We've actually got it up in the air. It's all set up. We've had no takeoff warning configs, which is a shock in this. I always get something wrong. And pretty cool. We will go for a spin around the cabin very shortly as well. Look at that, look at the rate of the climb now, 3,400, 3,500. At 250 knots for something this heavy, almost 4,000 feet per minute is absolutely rocketing out the sky, or into the sky. 4,000 feet. QNH will pull standard. We've got a 39 knots, 39 knot crosswind now from the left hand side as well, just jostling us about a bit. The flight director is struggling to keep itself level. While not graphically as good as MSFS, it still looks pretty good. Obviously, all the ailerons also work how they should as well. Let's go an outside view. Well, let me just grab that volume thing. I forget how loud X-Plane actually is. Jeez. I'll turn that right down. There we go. There he is. Look at the angle that's on going up. That is something else. How cool does that look, Gally? Absolutely awesome. How high are we now? Flight level 114. Let's go and turn a few bits and bobs off. Master caution. Nav barrow. What we got wrong here? Oh, that's right. There we go. Let's get the landing lights off. We'll have that can come off. That can come off. Seatbelt signs too. And if we're getting blinded by the sun, let's just because we can get a bit of the visor down. Get that out of the way, and we'll wind that up to say 160 for now. There we are. There's our top of climb coming up. Flight level 200. Let's just keep going up to 380 for the cruise. There it is. Good thing about this update, this actually works compared to the fly-by-wire A320. The top of descent, top of climb is all perfectly well modelled. And there you go, you can see. Landing at about 8:15 UK time. What time are we at now? 17:25 to 18. So yeah, just about an hour and 40 minutes. Unless we get a bit of a tailwind to help us out. I mean, that doesn't look too displeasing on the eye, does it? The way that looks pretty good. There you go. There's the view you want. Two of those Rolls-Royce engines to your left-hand side. We can also have a look in the cabin. We are in the premium economy seats. Let's go have a little look around. You can see the ground. You do actually have the screens model, which is quite cool. Look outside of here. There's a shot. Pretty cool. Where else can we go? Actually, let's just jump back in the flight deck till we level off. And then we can go and have a look around the cabin a bit later on in the cruise. Like I said, we've got about an hour and 20 minutes worth of cruising, probably. I think let's have a quick look, see what the estimate top of descent, and we know what we got to play with. Top of descent is 1846, and we're at about an hour and 15 minutes. And as I was mentioning last night with the performance and stuff, we got 55 miles to top of climb, and then we got it will come under here. Will give us the track mileage to top of descent, cruising at decimal 81 as well. So rather high and rather fast, which this plane likes. Yeah, I reckon, Gally, we should take this flying across to the States or somewhere like that. It'll be a good little plane to fly across. This was supposed to be on VATSIM as well, but I downloaded the latest version of Xpilot, and when I go to connect, I can't actually press the connect button. Doesn't let me do it. It does. AirDog looks very good. Settings I can do. All of that's set up properly. But when I press connect, nothing seems to happen. So I'm not sure what's going on with Xpilot. I thought for this it'd be quite nice to fly it on VATSIM, because there's Friday evening. There's we would have had ATC out of Montpellier. We would have had it all over London and up towards Newcastle too. Yeah, I'm not sure what is up with Xpilot. It didn't want to work. Let's see if I can restart it. Oh, there we go. Let's just try and press connect, see what happens. Right, version 3.4 Lima Kilo, that's what we are. I need to connect as an observer to connect to the voice server. No. That is what's going on there? Can I connect? Do that then. Invalid client version. I just literally downloaded the latest version of Xpilot before we started. Ah. Nope. Literally it would connected, then disconnected again. Stupid thing. Not sure what that's playing about with. Anyway, well, with that out the way, let's go and I'm going to tidy up these charts just a sec. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, but there is active sky loading in the weather. Was nice and clear, but now cloudy, which is pretty true. Lost all the sun. Guess we don't need that anymore. I am going to try and just get Xpilot up and running, see if I can get it to work. Xpilot. Just going to delete it and reinstall it quickly, see what happens. Hopefully. Run anyway, let's see what happens here. Ah, Xpilot, here we go. Oh, you're joking. X-plane must be closed before installation can proceed. Right, well, I'm guessing we're definitely not going to be using the Xpilot tonight then. No way, Jose. Decimal 81, flying along now, flying along. Yes, got Extreme Labs is spamming the chat yet again. Actually, that's... Oh, go. I'm pressing all kinds of buttons tonight. You can tell it's Friday. Let's have a look here. I wonder whether I can... No. Best day of the week it was. Yes, exactly. To be fair, I spent the whole day sorting the living room out for a new sofa to arrive tomorrow at some point. So it's a good night to stream because there's no sofa currently in the living room. So sitting in here streaming, at least I've got a chair to sit on. No, tomorrow I've got no more work this week. Oh, sorry, I do. I've got to go to the airport at 9:30 Sunday evening to pick someone up. I mean, of all times to have to go to the airport, especially on a Sunday, of a night time anyway, but especially on a Sunday, 9:30. Yeah, to pick up a flight coming from Larnaca, I think it is. To be fair, it's a decent trip. Actually, I think it's a 60 quid fare, this one, so it's not too bad. For one job on a Sunday night, 60 quid is not too bad. No, it's going down to Durham from Newcastle, so it's about 26 miles. It's a 52-mile round trip for me. But yeah, 60 quid is not too bad. Climb starts to slow down now. Heavy bird flight to 1,000 feet per minute now for the last 1,000 feet, which is not too ridiculous actually. Fuel we've used. Let's have a look how much fuel we're burning. So 369. We're burning about 12, just under 12 tons an hour at the minute across all 4 engines, which is pretty impressive. Fuel used. If we go to fuel page and have a look, where's the fuel page gone? There it is. Fuel used, we've already used 5.1 tons. That would be like a normal decent flight that we do in the 320 normally. We'd use 5 tons. But we've used 5.1 tons just to get up in the cruise off the ground. Massive. Should have restarted that. There's Mac Alt Cruise. Or Mac Alt Cruise start, as it should say, and then it will go Mac Alt Cruise any second. There we go. No worries, Gary. Someone's knocking on my office door as well. I'll be back in 2 seconds as well, I think, by looks of things. I'll give you a nice... let's have a look what view should we give you just a second when I nip and find out who is knocking on my door. Leave with that one for now. I'll be back in just 2 seconds, guys. Right, guys, sorry about that. My youngest son wanted something. So let's go and have a quick look at here and see what we're doing. So now cruising quite nicely now for the next. Now cruising for the next. Let's have a look. Top of descent is in 514 miles. 1843. So yeah, we've got top of descent just over an hour from now. We'll zoom that out a bit. And what we'll do is, I reckon we should go and have a let's go and have a tour around the cabin. So if we jump from here, we'll go straight out the flight deck door. Let's go and have a little look. You can see all of this nicely modeled. Got the 2 jump seats in the back as well. Very cool. Fire extinguisher, little bits and bobs. Signalling bag and signal kit. Let's nip through this door and have a look what's going on out of here. Go and see the passengers. Huge doors. Look at these. Massive doors. But we can go and take a look in the first class or business class seats. They look pretty cool. Just jump up here a bit. There we go. Spin around and have a quick look. TV screen not really sure much. There's the ground. That's pretty much just sky, I think. These do, I think. I'm pretty sure these work. If we nip back in the flight deck a second and knock on the seatbelt signs a second, and we'll nip back in the cabin, they should actually. I'm pretty sure they actually work, which is quite cool as well. Let's just spin around. I think so. We turn on the seatbelt signs, and yeah, there you go. Seatbelt signs do actually work as well, which is quite cool. On the smoking signs. And I've nipped back into premium economy, the red Virgin seats. Let's see out. Quick look out the window. Pretty cool. Even the wear and tear on the headrest as well, it's quite good. Yo, James, buddy, how's it going, mate? Welcome along. Into the first bit of the galley area, tea and coffee, and all of the other good stuff. Got a couple of toilets, another door, and all of the cooking equipment, which is what you'd expect. Still in the premium economy section. Oh no, we'll go back into normal. The normal peasant class, more or less. And we can even keep going further. We can even nip shortly. We'll nip downstairs where we've got 5 toilets as well, I think, down behind this bulkhead just here. You can see how long it is. The plane actually curves off a little bit towards the back. Well, you know, the cabin does. And also the if you notice the sounds are now changed the further back we go. Nip down here. So we nip down here. We've got toilets. We've got Wi-Fi hotspot. You want to use the internet down here when you what else would you do? Browse TikTok, Facebook when you sat on the toilet? Yeah, why not? Why not do it on the plane as well? Let's get back up here and continue our tour of the cabin. But I'll look, see what we can see. What would you see out of these windows? Back of the wing. Hey, look at the engines, man. Rolls Royce. Yeah, Rolls Royce Trent engines. Now we are back to the jump seats for the cabin crew, right at the back. Now there we are. Grab a cup of coffee. And yeah, pretty cool. So if we stand at the back and look forward now, just see how big this plane actually is. Look at the size of this. Huge. I mean, and why not? It's absolutely absolute beast. And the fact of us taking 30 tons just to get back up to Newcastle just shows how much fuel and range this thing's actually got. Do these open up? No. How's your week been, James, buddy? There we are. Nice little tour of the cabin there. We'll jump back into the flight deck. And what we'll do is next, I'm going to show you the first ever time I flew this and streamed it. When it first came back out, was it August last year? October last year, perhaps. The first time I flew it on a stream. And we'll go and have a look at it and see how I did. I think I flew it down. It was a quick flight down from Newcastle into Gatwick. I don't think it went too well. But what we'll do is I'm going to try and find that video now. And we'll have a quick look. You've been hammering Battlefront. Cool. One thing I've never actually played that, to be fair. Never played it. Right, so if I go and have a look now on the YouTube, a sec. Should be able to find when I first flew. Ah, will be on Twitch perhaps. Belgium, that's a 330. Let's have a look. Yo, Patrick, yes, nicely in the cruise. Awesome, in the nice 340-600. Pretty cool. Just trying to find the video that when we flew this for the first time. I flew it on a stream. I'm trying to find out where it's gone. Because it was quite an interesting flight, to be fair. 2 months ago, it's going to be longer than 2 months. A320X. What's this one? X-Plane 11. Maybe it was on Twitch. Let's have a quick look. Content. On here. I'm not sure how long Twitch actually holds my videos for. I think it's 60 days. That's expiring. We may not be able to check it out. August. October. That was 2022. I think, unfortunately, I was going to show you the first trip in it, but I think it may have gone, unfortunately. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, it's only showing 49 videos in Twitch, and I'm sure it was Twitch that I streamed it on before it was on YouTube. Yeah. Annoyingly, I can't show you that. It's a bit of a shame, really. Bit of a shame. See if I can yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to grab that, unfortunately. So we are, anyway, let's have a quick look at how we're doing progress wise. Should be getting up, yeah, up towards Dijon, and then up towards Paris, then routing across towards over the English Channel, up over to the east of London, and up the literally up the middle of the UK, and we'll start our descent into Newcastle. Like I said, we've got about an hour, or just under an hour now, I think. Yeah, top of descent 18:45, so 58 minutes to go, and we'll start that. A340, what we got? 340. Oh, I've straightened that. We can have a look at this one. It was. I took it into Gatwick, down to Frankfurt, I think it was. Yeah, Frankfurt. Let's have a quick look at how that went. Have a look. I can't remember how the landing went. We were 4,000 feet for a hell of a long time. I can remember that, but you see the whole arrival. It was a long way to be down, but I'm not sure how the landing was. That was at turn and final onto there. Where is the runway? I think there was no runway lights, I think was the issue. Oh, there we go. They finally came in. What's that? Like 8 miles out, you can get the runway in. Get a bit closer. Still 2 whites, 2 reds. That was pretty good. 2 miles to run. Let's see if we actually drop this. I think I dropped it on the ground again. The land is very off-putting because you. Ah. But that was useful. It is quite off-putting because you are much higher up than you are obviously in the 320. So trying to work out where you're going to flare, how much you need to flare, and then you got the pitch limiter as well. Because it's very, very easy to tail strike. This. Here it goes. What do we do? Yeah, woof. 632. Ouchie. Let's see if we can do better than that tonight. I did do it. I did have one little practice yesterday. Flying in and around. Just to make sure that it worked. Let's have a quick look at the flights. I tried it around Alicante yesterday. And Alicante to Alicante, that was it. So I just took off, had a little fly around and tried to get it back in again. And landed at minus 120, so that was pretty good. So we'll try that. We'll try that again tonight. Be interesting to see how we get on. Actually, the seatbelt sign. That's where we're looking at the cabin. We can turn those off now. Oh shit! What's up there? Such an awesome plane. I think 320 Sim Pilot's also streaming this night, isn't he? I'm sure he's on YouTube having a look at yeah, he's flying Houston to Denver in the 340-600 in a classic Delta old school livery. There it is. Pretty cool. But this Virgin, there we are. Is also A very nice looking livery for this plane. We'll keep it in the sun, see it for all its glory, but yeah, it's should have definitely had this out before now. It's been a long time. But yeah, the weather, it doesn't look too, it's a bit cloudy. Well, I want to hopefully see the ortho underneath, but let's have a quick look at how we're doing for the weather conditions up into, let's have a look at Newcastle on the way in. Partly cloudy is about right, looking out the window. Temperature's 5 degrees. Light wind, 0604 knots, and nothing too exciting there. We'll quick look at the METAR as well. Actually, let's have a look at the TAF. Temporary becoming showers of rain. And then showers of snow a bit later on. Broken 800 feet. At the minute, few clouds at 400 feet, scattered 1400 feet. And still got high pressure, 1020 now. Finally, all the snow has cleared up from early this morning as well. There you can see that there is the English Channel. There's the northern coast of France, English Channel, and then there's the start of the south coast of the UK as well. We'll go and check out some of these here. Let's get back on the engine page a minute. So the engines are quite stable. We use about almost just under 2 tons of fuel per engine, which is pretty good. Bleed page. You see it's all models 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Providing the bleed air in. Pressures, there we go. Cabin, just under 7,000 feet. The diff is 8.4. And as you've seen from the 320, they are slightly different AC. There's no DC electric on this page. Where in the Airbus they're all joined up. You've got the AC and DC essential bus, but you have 2 different pages from this, and the battery and the DC APU as well, which is quite cool. Hydraulics. Your birthday choose if you see a red arrow display over. Well, I'm hoping so, Gary. Sorry, James. That would be rather cool if you could get the red arrows for your birthday. Definitely. Yeah, still 3,000 PSI. Even though it's a huge plane, it's still got the same PSI as the 320. CV's normal. APU obviously is off condition in the cabin. Varies between 23 and 21, up to 24 at the back. Doors are all shut and armed. Wheels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 12 different wheels. It's quite interesting. The main middle gear, you've got the nose gear under the wings, 4 wheels, and then 2 right in the middle at the back as well. Flight controls doing what they should. Fuel, as we said, we use nearly 8 kilos of fuel now. This also gives you the fuel temperature too. So on the outer wings, minus 16, and it's a bit cooler towards the centre tanks. We've got nothing in the tail tank, and all system status. Pretty good, and recall as well. Oop, wrong button. There we are. I've only ever seen one as I've walked actually off a plane. I've never actually been in one. If the cockpit doors open when I'm getting off when I've been flying, I've always had a quick neb in. But yeah, never actually been in one. That's your fuel. We've got 22.3 tons left. Let's just see if we took enough. Actually, where is sim brief? There it is. So we've got 22.3 tons. We're heading up to Bravo Romeo Yankee. Let's have a look where that is. There's Biggin. 16.9 we should have. and we have 22.3. So we did take enough fuel in the end, so that's good. You know, I might say I keep thinking about going to get a simulator day booked in, actually, in a real proper simulator. Because there's a decent one, I think, just up in Newcastle. I can't remember where it is now. Let's have a quick look where it is. That was it, Flight Experience. This is what they have in Newcastle. We could we should go and have a look at. You got a 737 or a 320. 55 quid for 30 minutes. 90 quid for an hour, but you got the full setup. Which is really cool. Whereabouts is it? Newburn Bridge, that was it. Just off the off the quayside, down by what's it called? That's where British Airways have their customer services too, just down there. So what can you do? No two sessions of below is an example of a 1 hour session. The aircraft will completely cold and dark. Begin the brief introduction to flight controls, various other system aircraft. According to the airport, will give you a few options where you'll fly, take you through the flight plan and the route. If you wish to help with the instructor, program the flight management computer, go through all the real world aircraft start checklists to get it ready. Include starting the engine, taxi to the active runway at the airport you selected, and take off. And just have to take on guided by the instructor. After takeoff, you'll be instructed how to use the autopilot in the aircraft. Engage the autopilot, well, obviously. How to prepare for descent, begin it, and then hopefully landing on a 30-minute session. Some of the above steps maybe skip, but yeah. Looks at for 90 quid. How long do you get for 90? 130, 150, or 200 quid? Personalised boarding pass and an experience video for 20 quid. But yeah, that would be quite cool to go to. Might have to get that booked in. Let's have a quick look at the Boeing. See what they got for that. I mean, I have no idea even how to even attempt to even set this one up. To be fair, I'd love to own a simulator company. That'd be quite cool. But I think there's another one in Newcastle too. This one, yeah. This one is they got the 737-800 NG. Oh, Top Gun fighter jet simulator, submarine Spitfire, helicopter Cessna, even the full motion racing simulator as well. Where's that at? Brunswick. That's right by the airport. They are, James. That's what we should do one weekend. Go fly a plane. Where is that? At Brunswick Village. Oh, right in the industrial estate. There it is. That'll be quite good fun. What's the prices for this one? Oh, but they haven't got an A320. That's a bit annoying. No worries, Gally. Oh, that's a shame. They haven't got a 320 to fly on that one. Let's have. I love this. I love when the flyby. It's absolutely awesome. Pretty cool. Exclamation mark lurk. What we're going to do, let's get these charts a minute, let's have a quick look. We could see, so we've obviously flown the Airbus a lot and tried out its VNAV and worked out that it's not not the best of predicting top of drop. So let's, if we go in here, and we'll go and do the same as we would do in the 320, and see where the tallest puts its top of drop compared to where we would put it. Yeah, no, James, it'd be rather cool to go and have a go on a 320 or a... Well, to be fair, I'd have to try and learn the 738. I wouldn't have a clue where I was starting. But to go and fly a 320, knowing how to kind of set it up already, would be quite cool. So yeah, be quite good. Anyway, Aircore flight level 160 is our first restriction. So 160, we're cruising at 38. So we just need to, obviously, because there's no performance calculator in X-Plane, we need to work out in our head. We need to lose 38 down to 16. Yeah, we need to lose 22,000 feet, is that right? 38 down to 16. 20 would be 36. Yeah, 22,000 feet. So 22, 44, 66 miles roughly will be our initial descent down to Aircore. So if we go here and we'll go to there and we'll do the fix info stuff. If we put Aircore in, and 66 miles, can go in there. Yeah, this even shows you we're going to arrive 1847, distance 337 miles, and we're going to be at... I reckon we're going to be at 31,000 feet there. So that already got us in the descent before we get there then for that, have we? So where's top of drop? Oh, it has. So if we go to plan, let's just have a quick look. So our top of drop is well after the tallest this time. It's quite interesting. So 38 down to 16 should be 66 miles. But that could be just because we haven't got an arrival in. We'll see. I might trust the tallest just to do this one tonight and see what happens. It definitely works better than fly-by-wire. But putting that extended centre line too. I'll just grab the reciprocal thingy bob. .066. A bit of radial out. So that should give us a nice extended centre line. So we're going to skip through this a sec. There it is. So that's what we'll do. We will vector ourselves in later on. We're not going to follow an arrival as such. AirDog is VATSIM on. Well, we were supposed to be on VATSIM, yes. But Xpilot, when I press connect, and we connect it up, it says network error, invalid client version, which I downloaded, so it connects and then disconnects straight away for some reason. I don't know what it's doing. Just will not stay connected. Will not stay connected. So yeah, unfortunately not tonight. And then I uninstalled it. Oh, I installed the new version, and that's literally what it's doing. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's being weird. We can finally see a little bit of life down below now. It's been cloudy all the way across so far. Yeah, a little bit of civilization down below the clouds. But hopefully it will. It should, looking out the window, should clear up as we get closer to Newcastle, because the weather's not that bad up here. We get the map. Let's have a look at the map again. See where we are. Locked to aircraft. There it is. So yeah, it should brighten up as we come up here. We also need to have a quick look, because I keep forgetting what the flap speeds in this. So we can pull, well, 280 knots flap 1, 233 1 plus F, 216 for 2, and full at 200 knots. So we got quite a decent high speed for the flappage this evening. So yeah, there's Northern France English channel. It's quite good to have the terrain radar working here. Not sure if the weather one does. It should do. It's turned on system 1. Let's see if we can get it on. How do we get weather on? I should be on weather. All is already on there. Should show us if we go. Let's have a little jiggle around of some. Let's have a quick jiggle of some of these weather things, see what happens. So let's have a look. Can we change these around? Auto. What we got it on at the minute? Weather. Well, you can't actually change it. You used to be able to change this. You can change the gain. Let's have a +8, see if that does anything. No. The auto. Yeah, nothing is seems to be. This did used to work. I'm not sure why it doesn't work anymore. Max. No. Tilt it down a bit. That's up, down. You'd have thought you'd get a bit of ground clutter at least, but yeah, there's nothing on there. And you can't change the mode either. It's a bit annoying. Get rid of that. So let's go and pop, let's have a look in here a minute. So 259 miles top of drop. Let's go and put something in the, let's put Newcastle in. The threshold for 2.5 can go in there. We are 366 miles away. And our estimate arrival is, so cruise 380 Optimus flight level 4. Should we go and have a look at flight level 400 just because we can in this thing? Let's just go and have a look in that, shall we? Why not? We can get ourselves going up. Out. There we go, thrust climb. open climb. Flight level 400 coming in. See how when it climbs up this altitude and how heavy we are. See, it should rocket up. It'll do quite well for a big plane. Flight level 400. So to get that high, how long is it going to take us to get there? Let's have a quick look. So yeah, even just to climb 2,000 feet, it's going to take us about 9 miles. Or 1,000 feet, it's going to take 8 miles. Where we're in the descent, you'll be looking at 1,000 feet for 3 miles. So this high up, it's going to take us twice as long to do the that climb up than it would do if you're doing the obviously doing a descent. You use 3 miles per 1,000 feet. That's taking 8 miles per 1,000 feet. There we are. First time open climb, alt cruise blue. We should get Mac alt cruise start and then Mac alt cruise. And it has updated our cruise level as well. There we are, Mac alt cruise. Flight level 400. So that will have brought forward now our top of descent. Now 230 miles instead, as we have longer to get down. So for the arrival, what we'll do is we're going to what we'll do is for this arrival, what has happened to you? There we go. But what we do for this arrival, we will trust we'll trust the plane for the arrival. Once we get to top of descent, we're going to set flight level 900. Sorry, 090. 90 even. And then we'll let it fly it down, see if it meets these restrictions. After that, we're going to be vectored off towards the North Sea, and then into Newcastle with a sweeping left-hand turn into the ILS. We have to remember that we don't get the ILS tuned in X-plane as far out as we do in MSFS either, because for some reason it picks up the ILS about 10 miles out, where MSFS picks it up at about 20, 25 or 26 miles out. So we'll remember that as well, just to be on the safe side. See how big the flight deck is from. If you were sat in the jump seat, that would be your view. Gee, that's not very level. Let's just reset that. That one should be number 5. Let's just reset that view, make it level. We jump across. Just this way a smidge. There we go. Let's try that. See, what would you want to see? Let's set that. There we go. I think with enhanced skyscapes, it's much better with the clouds. Still nowhere near as good as MSFS, but the flight model for in X-Plane is so much better than Microsoft Flight Sim. And Tolis just seems to have everything in there just seems to work. I mean, they've got the third MCDU down here as well, which will, I think, in the future with the other updates, you got the work in progress stuff coming, but you will have ACARs and ATC comms, for example. They are just work in progress, but you can, when can we, messages and other stuff. Hopefully will be coming. Get a bit of brightness on here so it doesn't get too dark and we don't miss some stuff. Where is the light switch? Where is the light switch? Where is it? Or is it just always on? Be sure to read the manual. Careful on ACARs. Yeah, whenever it does pop up, and we get CPDLC working as well. That'll be quite cool. So we're estimated 15.2 tons when we arrive, with a landing weight of, what was our landing weight going to be? Where did we see that? Obviously not there. Fuel. Fuel board 19.4. Also jettison gross weight. We could also, I think, in this, if we go at the top, we can jettison some fuel as well. Yeah, fuel jettison. We can specify how many tons of fuel we want to get rid of, and it will actually dump it out of the plane. I wonder, should we give it a try? How much could we get away with? If it'll work. Fuel jettison. So jettison gross weight. So we could, what's our gross weight? 231.7. So if we just try to get rid of 2 tons of fuel, see what happens, should we? So if we put in slash, and say we get rid of down to 228, let's just see if that'll work. I think you'd have to put it in 228. If I did that now, what happens? Format error. We do that then? No. Or you should use 2 tons? No. I'm not sure how you can actually do it. I don't know if we have left it too long now or not. We went here, arm is on. And jettison. So fuel on board, jettison gross weight 229. It's not going to let us. Not going to let us. You should be able to put in the gross weight you want to be at, and then it'll let us ditch the fuel for that for the amount of time. Then it'll stop. Let's try something stupid like 10 tons. Not going to let us. Let's get the airport signs on. Yeah, there's London Southend, London Gatwick, and then we're coming up towards there's Luton, and then up towards Birmingham and East Midlands. Very soon, landing in about 30-40 minutes time. Just after 8 o'clock local time. There are out of tank transfer in progress now for the fuel, so we grab this and we nip down to the fuel page. You can see the outer tanks, as the inner tanks get low, the fuel from outer tanks drip into the inner tanks that feed the engines. And it's actively topping up these tanks now. See the fuel temperature is minus 23 on the outers, slightly warmer in the first inner tank and then warmer again as you get towards the center tank, and we've got nothing in the center tank and nothing in the tail tank either. And we've used just over 11.5 tons of fuel. Yeah, weather's starting to clear now for you to see the coast of the UK there is coming in. You can see it just slightly ahead of us now, just down there. Yo, Franco's daddy, how's it going, buddy? We're doing relatively well. We're just crossing the English Channel now towards the southern part of the UK from Montpellier, on the way up to Newcastle. In this in the big 340-600 first spin out tonight. Bit of a change, a bit of a change from the fly-by-wire 340. Sorry, the fly-by-wire 320 that we normally fly in MSFS. We thought it was time for a bit of a heavy metal Friday and get the this bird flying for a bit. But yeah, you can just make out now the coast of the south coast of the UK now coming in. But it looks absolutely stunning. Does the 340 tonight. Very happy to have brought this out again. How long is the flight usually? It's I mean, this flight in this is just under 2 hours. 1 hour and 58 minutes it was on the flight plan. I'm pretty sure that's probably not too dissimilar to the A340. If you look on the flight plan, we've got an airtime 1 hour 58. It's actually not, when you look at it, it's not that far to go really. It's the whole length of France and then just a little tootle up to Newcastle after that. But yeah, it's distance wise it is 792 miles. If we did it in, so if I have a quick look on this for the comparison, trips 158 in this, and we're flying faster than a 340. If we did it in sorry, a 320, if we did it in the fly-by-wire, we'll just do that a second. In the A320, if you did it in the fly-by-wire, airtime's still the same, 1 hour 58 as well. So that doesn't actually change, even though we are going slightly faster in a bigger plane. But you can see the difference there. The fuel that we'd need for this trip, 8.6 tons, and for the size of that 340, we've taken 30.2 tons. So yeah, big difference to the block fuel, at least, if not for the actual flying time. Just going to regenerate that just to keep it current. But yes, top of drop is incoming very soon. 128 miles now to our top of descent, which is going to be in 15 minutes time. 15 minutes time. We are just heading up to towards London. There's Biggin Hill. We are heading towards Biggin. Is in 17 miles. And we're towards, there's London Gatwick. There's Heathrow as well. Stansted and Southend are there. So we'll just double check the constraints on this now, make sure everything is all good for this. So we come top of descent, Mammal, Upton, and then down to Rimto, Gokov 168, and then Urkors, we got the restriction at 160 there. It's going to struggle. I mean, it's going to struggle to be at 1.9, I would have thought. Oh, it's not. It's going to speed up a bit to get us down to there. And then it's going to be at 2,000 feet for the centre fix, but we'll sort the rest of that out ourselves. After that, so we've got wind. We've got on the ground in Newcastle, nothing too exciting. 353 at 7 degrees. And the winds coming up towards our descent aren't too exciting either. It would have been nice to see a bit of the ground as well, see if we can see anything. Still a bit cloudy. So anyway, just before we reach our top 7, I'm going to go and nip and get another drink and just quickly nip to the bathroom, and I'll be back with you in just a couple of seconds. We'll get set up for the arrival into Newcastle. So I might just leave you in a nice little view like that. I'll just turn that down a smidge, but I'll leave it somewhere like that. I'll be back with you just in about 2 minutes, guys. Yo guys, there we are. All ready for the descent now. Patrice, buddy, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. So we have 73 miles left now. Not long before we attempt to get this on the ground. Newcastle hasn't got the longest of runways, especially to get something this big in. We'll be coming in at, what's our approach speed? It's going to be not too fast. 143 knots is our VAP speed into Newcastle. We could put some info in there now. Actually, let's get the Barra ref is 439. Let's put that in. $439. That can go into the MDA, and we'll have. Let's have a look. Let's get the weather. Where's active sky? There it is. So weather up into Newcastle. Let's go and get conditions. Let's refresh that. That is, so temperature currently is 3 degrees. 3 degrees. The QNH is 1021. And the wind is 060 at 4 knots. At 4, so that's over in. Transition is 6,000 feet. Last will be flight level 70, then down to the local QNH after that. But yeah, it gives a VAP 143, VLS 139. We can go clean at 210, and landing config is full. So that is good. So now as we briefed, once we get up to Etsis on this arrival, what we're going to do, we're going to pull the heading and we're going to fly out up towards Sunderland, over South Shields, and then we're going to make that left-hand turn in out over the North Sea to join the localizer and the ILS. We're not going to fly the arrival it's got in here. If we get rid of the airports, and we'll zoom out a sec. If we skip through the plan again, so we're going to go up here to Rimpto, Urquhart, then from Etsis here we're going to pull the heading and come out, intercept the extended centre line. That is not going to give us a long enough final to get configured and slowed down, so we'll get us up towards here perhaps. We'll still intercept the localizer, and then we'll fly in that way. And in the blue is there's the go around as well. It'd be straight back round. If we check this out on the charts, we will see the go around will be 425. For the missed approach is going to be climb straight ahead 2,500 feet or 4 miles from the Newcastle ILS to DME, whichever is later, then right turn to the locator at 2,500 feet or as directed. So we got straight ahead track 245 degrees, which is the track in 246. We got 246, 245, 2,500 feet at overfly point just here, which is 4 miles from the ILS. It's back towards the NDB and then straight back out and around for the ILS. We are actually, yeah, straight in. We are Cat D aircraft this time, not Cat C. So we would, the minimums don't change for the Cat D in this. So we would go out Cat D and back round again. So straight ahead, 2,500 feet, 4 miles, right hand turn, back towards the NDB and then back out and back in again. Should we need to, but hopefully we won't. And we can do the doings that we need to without having to go around, which will be very good, because I do have a pizza ready to eat. after we finished. So for this arrival, I am going to use the, because I haven't used it for a while, because MSFS doesn't like it that much. I am going to use the MCP and the autopilot stuff we got just there to control this descent. So I'll leave the camera on, then you guys can see it, and then when we get back to coming to arrival, we'll then pop it back down to throttle cam. So if I leave that there, you guys can see the autopilot panel. And obviously, if we had, if we could have got X-Pilot working and we were on VATSIM, obviously, then we have the radio tuning panel, which is just here as well, which is quite cool. And hopefully I have recalibrated all these controls for tonight, because last time I flew it, the reverses didn't work. So I'm hoping they are going to work tonight. Can we see anything else downstairs yet? We can see it's getting dark now. You can see the cities below now starting to light up. X-Plane does do some good night lighting. There we are. So where's that? Where are we passing for that airport? Let's have a look. We are up here somewhere. So last time I'm guessing that's going to be East Mids. There's East Mid straight ahead. So yeah, we're going overhead. Overhead Echo Golf 74. But yeah, East Midlands Airport is just ahead of us a little bit. You can see active sky is not the best when it comes to weather. You can see we had clouds and then all of a sudden they disappear. Which means now we can take advantage of the outside and ortho that we have down below. If we can see any of it. I'm not sure if they haven't paid the electricity bill because the prices have gone up, but there you go, there's active sky doing its stuff again, straight back in with some more weather. $11 miles, stop a drop. So we will let the TOLUS do its thing. We'll set the altitude. We'll put it in managed descent, and we'll see how it copes with this arrival. Don't know if this camera can actually show you, but it is. This is actually showing it slightly darker than it actually is. If I go up outside, you can see how light it actually is still outside my window. So that's still pretty bright. I think X-Plane is showing it to be darker than it actually is. It's you want to see the setup? There's the HyperX, the new HyperX keyboard, and we got HyperX mouse as well, and microphone. Pretty cool. Anyway, we'll put it back to the interesting stuff. So yeah, it's the sim is showing it darker than real life, annoyingly, but right then, let's go and dial in flight level. What we're going to go down to 90 will be the last restriction. That is top of descent. Let's put that into managed descent. Holy moly! Just put that back up. It's very. This has got push pull. There you go. Thrust descent, and as you can see, we put in 90. It's going to stop us at 16. There is the magenta yo-yo going up and down. The speed gates, it's going to fly between these two speeds to catch up that profile. And that's where we're going to catch the profile up just ahead. So we'll see how this plans itself. Be quite interesting. So as you can see, it's whopped it down to over 3,000 feet per minute just to try and catch that up. There's that pink yo-yo. It's a green yo-yo in the fly-by-wire in MSFS, but it's magenta in the TOLUS. It's got flight level 160 magenta as well, and alt magenta at the top, and it's already back on profile, and it'll start to pull the nose up to keep that pretty much where it wants to be. So if you look in the VDEV progress, VDEV reckons we're 30 feet low, which is pretty cool. And that was our top of descent there as well. If we're going to do thrust idle open descent, that's where we would have started to go down. But we'll trust the TOLUS to do its thing. And it's doing a much better job keeping us on profile than the fly-by-wire at the minute. So we have briefed that arrival. Once we get to Etis, and then we're going to we are going to pull the heading and go off our own way in. Reckon it's going to have an issue there. It doesn't reckon it's going to meet that restriction for some reason. However, we'll see what it does. Let's get the airport off, put the constraints back on. And we've got Volanta going as well, so let's have a look at our actual flight today. It's very annoying, like I said, I couldn't get X-Pilot to work. We would have had decent ATC all the way up, pretty much, apart from over France. But over UK we've had London Control, and yeah. So anyway, this is where we started off an hour and a half ago. Down in Montpellier, that was our taxi. And that was the departure out. Bit of weather down there now. That wasn't there when we left. Just come in, you can see the climb out. Yo, Gary, unlurk. Welcome back, mate. You joined us now. We've just oh no, we don't do that. That's the wrong one to minimise. Joined us now in the descent on our way down. Not far to go. VNAV in the TOLUS is so much better than the VNAV in MSFS. It is doing its job as it should, keeping us pretty much on profile there. You can see the magenta dots, and in the performance, not that one, progress, sorry, 70 feet low. But as I was just saying before, the sim has got this much darker than it actually is outside my window at the minute. It's very, very dingy out there. Don't know if you saw, if I brought the camera up, you can see actually how light it is outside still. It's compared to what the sim is showing. Put that back on there now anyway. There we go. And we're going to level off at that right on that flight level 90 restriction. Just coming into we're just in Wellington into South Yorkshire at the minute. Pretty cool. There is the decel point. That's where it's going to slow us down. Just see, as we got that restriction of 220 knots, you can see it's going to slow us down at that magenta dot. It's a speed change point. And we'll just keep an eye on the level off. It is super cool to do it. It's absolutely it's wicked. There is a way to lighten up, to bring time back without going back in the menu. Because I would like to watch, because we can do the replay in this when we get there. If I can find the key combination, if I just Google it quickly. There is a way to shift. Is that shift I? Let's just see if we can bring it back. Not that one, obviously. So K, L, and Shift K. What does that do? No, that's not doing anything there, is it? Ah, it's doing something. That makes it darker, right? So let's see if we can get a little bit lighter. No, maybe not. We can get it lighter. I am going to get it lighter because I want to see the replay, flight configuration, time of day. Let's just bring it back to there. There we go. Still live weather. Just change the time. It's more like it. And we still get to see the livery again. And there's the awesome ortho we have that I installed as well. Just for this arrival, that's a bit better. Cool. That's it. There's got off there. You can see there is Leeds coming up. And they're still leveling off at Etsis, and it's got the descent point there as well. So from there, we need to start coming down to about 2,500 feet after we head off towards the North Sea. It's going to be a platform altitude of 2,000 feet by the time we get there. So from this point, we have to Newcastle. We got 65 miles. 20,000 feet, so we got 5 miles to play with. Temperature outside, just want to go for this, clouds is -8. Is that anti-ice range? Possibly. We'll just have it on when we go through there. and it would want ignition to start. There we go. So weekend streaming, what we're going to do tomorrow night. Tomorrow there's possibly not going to be a stream tomorrow because I got to go out to Taekwondo with one of my boys on the morning, and then I'm waiting for a new sofa arriving between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So potentially no stream tomorrow, but Sunday we may get a day streaming before I need to go to work on Sunday night somewhere. We'll have a look at that. But we will be back streaming again next week. As usual again, just because we can. So yeah, I reckon anti-ice on was a good shout. -6 now, so yeah, we'll have the anti-ice on. So there's Gokov. That is pretty much the start of the arrival. If we go onto the chart and have a look now. Here we are now, Rimpton 1 November, when we're going to make that right turn, which is what we're doing now. And then we're going to track up towards Etsis. Certainly going to be interesting to see when they bring out X-Plane 12 what the graphics are going to be like, and whether we need to download Ortho for it as well. I wonder whether it's going to include some imagery like MSFS has with Bing Maps. I wonder whether they may have the likes of Google Maps or something like that, hopefully, or even pack it with their ground textures. There we are. There is Alt Constraint Star 160 ready for Urco. Speed Alt Constraint. There's that yo-yo going. For us to, it still reckons we're going to meet the profile just at Zodru, which is good. Which is 120. So we'll see. In 9 miles time it should start our descent back down to our next flight level. Which is rather cool. And if you notice now, so we're now at 280 knots. If you look on this little placard, we could, in theory, get flap 1. 280 knots is the maximum speed we could get flap 1 out. Flap 1 and then config 1 plus F at 233. So relatively high speeds for the first stage of flaps in this as well. So you can see it changing now. The speed gauge is going to fly between now. It's going to bring us back down for that 220 knots is that restriction, as we saw just there. So we're already back at that restriction now, and it's going to keep us there. It's coming back to our green dot. It's gone below 220 knots. So we'll just keep an eye on what it's doing, but it should keep us between those two speeds, because we are actually, what we at? 212 roughly. So yeah, it's back at green dot for now. There are 0 miles, there we go. Thrust idle descent, alt, flight level 120 now, so it should. I think it needs to be at a lower speed now to lose that 3,000 feet. There it goes. there's a speed increase, and just to give us a bit more of a rapid descent down. Anti-ice can go off. $38 left to run, yes, indeed. Golly, indeed. Let's have a, what's it reckon on here? We've got about 38 left. 36, roughly. That's to the threshold, but we're going to go a little bit further out. Just to not have to fly over the airport, then back out again. We'll just vector ourselves in. That's been quite an enjoyable flight. I wonder, because we normally do the quick hops, don't we? Or we do the 2-sector flights in MSFS, where we're not flying too far, about 45-50 minutes each way. Whether it's been a while since I've done kind of a one with a longer cruise. I thought I might have run out of things to say by then, but it's actually been it's been a good stream and a good flight as well. Just a shame about X-Pilot not wanting to work. Otherwise, we could have been listening to... I mean, I think we would have been out of London control space by now, but we could have had some ATC on the way up. So I'll have to try and figure that out. So it's completely missed that restriction at Zodru, flight level 120, unfortunately. Which is true, it has got a amber ring around it. But it's going to make 90 at ETSIS by the looks of things. And we'll think about... what we're going to do next and get the arrival going. So from here we probably will get an ILS, yeah, 29 miles. We've got an ILS reading already, which is quite good. Very unusual for X-Plane. Normally it's a bit closer to the airport we get the ILS, but got it now, which is India November Whiskey Charlie 111.5. We'll double check that just to make sure. 111.5 India November Whiskey Charlie, which is good. So 7.2 miles to ETSIS. From there, like I said, we're going to vector ourselves off and ping up that way. So in this thing then, Gally, what landing rate are you going to have a guess at? Do you want me to put a prediction up in on Twitch? People watching on Twitch, you can have a look at the... I'll put a 5-minute prediction up now for the landing rate in Twitch. There you go. Have a guess what it's going to be. Bear in mind how much I haven't flown this for a long time. And I did have a little test flight, I said yesterday, and it was minus 120. I somehow feel it's not going to be as good as that tonight. I certainly would have gone above 200 there, Gally, if I were you. Right, anyway, let's have a look at this now again. We need to start doing that heading. So let's pull the heading and we'll start heading towards the North Sea for a little bit. Let's fly out. Let's go out this way a bit. You want to do below, but you're not sure. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be too sure if I were you. So our descent is going to be down to, now it's 2,000 feet, really. Let's have 4,000 in for now, and we'll just see where that's going to level us off. We're going to... Oh, we can't go into managed descent, can we? Because we are doing a heading. So let's go 5,000 feet and alt thrust or idle open descent. Over 1,500 below. Oh, over 1,500 on below. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So we're going to level off there to where we're going to swing around. Which is not too bad at the minute. And we will. Let's go and activate the approach phase. We may as well get ourselves set up nicely. I'm going to get us slowing down to green dot. I'm going to take the terrain radar off now. We're going out over the sea. That is super cool. Super cool. Temperature -2, best have. Anti-ice back on again. I'd have faith in me, Gally. It's the issue is with this, is you just get that false sense of how high you actually are up, because it's such a bigger plane than the 320, and it's hard to judge how high you are with your wheels down, if you know what I mean. It's weird. There is the northeast coast, so we should be heading towards yeah, Washington, Sunderland now. As you know that I live in Newcastle, and Sunderland with the stadium of shite. Don't start saying all that. But no, I have faith in me. It will be a butter. We'll get it down. A big old bird on a short old runway. We'll see how that goes, Gally. We'll see how that goes. Should be alright, though. Well, it's been a while since Newcastle has seen an aeroplane of this size starting to arrive into it. I tell you. It's coming down to 3,000 feet. And at 3,000 feet, that's where we'll start turning up towards the interceptor localizer. Let's get the QNH. QNH in Newcastle is 1020. That's quite high. Yeah, the Emirates going there with the 777. They do, Gally. Actually, that's a good point. But there's nothing with 4 engines that actually make it up this way, obviously. PA146. Well, anything this big that's got 4 engines. Yeah, nothing this big. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think the landing is such of an issue. It's the takeoff for the short runway. I suppose when you're fully laden with fuel and a short runway, it's a bit more of an issue to take off, isn't it? So that's not 3,000 feet still. let's go on the heading of start tracking north. Heading 3. Let's try 350 for now. Somewhere like that, that'll do. Just starters coming down, so we can now take. We'll take flaps 1. There they go. Ice not detected, so that can come off. Let's get some of that on. Let's get some of that on. There we go, cool. That heading can actually come a little bit further around. 3,000 feet, let's jump down 2,000 feet. And let's arm the localizer for now. It is, Gally. It is beautiful. You're right. Put that back on there. So 16.5 miles. That's a bit better than what that was going to give us. That was going to give us about 9 or 10. Much prefer to have just a little bit further in a bigger plane. To slow down. Bit of a shame we can't see the coast. But we will, however, when we land tonight, we will go and look at the replay. But obviously with the X-Plane having its built-in replay tool, we can go and see. Actually, I reckon we can probably try and intercept a bit early now. Start flying. Let's try 310 for now. We don't need to go that far out. Actually, we come down and we slowed down quite well. I think we're pretty good. MSA around us. Obviously, we're over water for most of the way in. There's nothing of any consequence. 2.6 and 2.1. So we'll arm the approach. AP2. Cat 3 dual, glide slope blue, localizer blue. 13.9 miles. And we've actually made quite good time, to be fair. It's not been... We'll check Valence out when we finish. But yeah, it reckoned the air time was 1 hour 58, so we'll see how we did block to block very soon. Right, let's have flap 2. Let's watch the flaps come out on this. There they come. Just a flap 2. I mean, that would almost be flat full, wouldn't it, in the 320? Let's go and get auto brake 2. And we can come and we'll arm the spoilers. Ready. We'll ding the cabin. And we're just waiting for that localizer to intercept. What we'll do is we'll kill this very chill music, which is called Hold Hands Extended Mix. And let's get the volume up for this. There we go. Contact tower, Newcastle Towers 119.7. There we go. We should get lock start. Perfect. The heading is now going to do its own thing. And we can just get ready for the glide slope. Glide slope we get here at... Let's have a look. Glide slope is 5.4 miles. We're already flap 2, 9.5. We want to be at flap 2 at 2,000 feet, which we are. I'm hoping we're going to see a runway shortly. That's very kind of crappy visibility, isn't it, really? That's 8 miles. Let's have flap 3. And we'll go and see how they look. Look at that. Proper Friday night flappage. And not in a rude way. There's a glide coming alive. I'll take flat full. Yeah, that is flat full. As I mentioned, it's the middle gear that causes the issue. So let's drop the gear, and you'll see the extra wheels that come out. These ones, as you'll see, these are the ones. If we touch down on here and here, it's fine. It's this one that tends to touch down first. Obviously, with the angle it's on, kind of further back as well. But we are looking good, even though it's a bit murky. But there we are. Glide slope, localizer, bang on. So we are 4.6 miles. Landing gears down. The signs on the cabins are ready. The one in the middle, yeah, got it. That's the one. Spoilers round. Flaps are full. ECAM takeoff. Landing, no blue. That's 2.5 for the go around. So we'll pop that in. So ideally, we want to see a runway at some point. We don't want any lag now. It's been nice and smooth, the sim tonight. And now as we get towards here, it's a bit laggy. So, minimums, just out of curiosity, in case we can't see it, for Autoland. 439 minimums. If we can't see a runway before then, it'll be an Autoland. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, 840 feet, still no sign. Actually, that might just be it there now. There it is.
Approaching 25.
Get the feet on the rudder pedals here. Right then, let's get this beast on the ground. 2 whites, 2 reds.
500.
Got a 2-knot tailwind, nothing of any significance.
400.
100 above.
300.
Let's get the autopilots off.
Minimum.
Minimums continue. Here we go.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Retard.
10.
5.
Oh. Yeah, shocking. Reverses work though. Absolutely shocking. You get the retard call, and before you know it, you're
900 meters.
before you know it, the wheels are touched down. But yeah, slightly shocking, that one. But we have made it back down to Newcastle in this thing. But we did. It looked like we're coming in hellish fast as we approached the threshold. Then that was yeah. Gally, I'm terribly sorry about that, but that was not the best, unfortunately. Right, let's come to a stop and we'll get some lights off and the APU up and running. Landing light can come off. That can come to taxi. We'll give it 1, 2, 3. Start the APU, and we'll get that one as well. Yeah, sorry fella, that was like I said, we'll go and look at the replay of that, but that was unfortunately not great. I was pulling back on the side stick for the flare, but it didn't seem to get anything off it really. That's my excuse anyway. It's going to take the stand the Emirates take. Actually, it's this one over here they're taking it, the longer one. This one just here. Anyway, welcome down to Newcastle with a bump. Anyway, we have made it. It wasn't too bad a flight. The landing could have been better, I guess, but like I said, I've not flown this for a long time. Ooh, stop plane. There we are. Yeah, clearly need some practice on the landing in this machine. But yeah, there we are. We are on the grounds. APU is available. Let's we'll shut it down, I guess. Let's have a quick look. It definitely is available, yes. Let's go and shut engine 4, engine 2, engine 3, engine 1. And there's a click and clunk over the as we change on to the APU power. Let's go and, before we do anything else, let's go and have a look at the replay. Just to see what went wrong. Where are we at? Somewhere there. We jump on the outside. There we go. Let's just see what it was all about. There we go. See, it'll be these wheels here, these ones, the one in the middle that'll cause the issue. But that looked pretty good. To be fair, that didn't look bad. Didn't look bad. No way that was 400. I reckon that looked pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, no way that was 400, Gally. We'll get Valanta to have a look at it. It may just be different. It may just be a different way it's done it with that overlay. We'll have a look at we'll have a look from this direction, then we'll get Valanta to have a look. But yeah, no chance that was 400 feet per minute. That I do kind of know what I'm doing sometimes when I stream or fly a plane. There's the threshold. There's the flare. I mean, that touchdown, I think that those wheels touched down, they touched down nice and soft there. Touched down nice and soft. Front one may be slightly heavier, but yeah. No way, Jose. Wonder what the passenger view was like. This had an issue where there was never any wing flex when you landed. You get the doing that you heard in the front, where the fly-by-wire you get wing flex as well. But let's have a quick gander. It is pretty cool though. Let's have a look, see if we got any wing flex. No, see. Oh, a little bit. Pretty cool anyway. There we are. There's that replay done. Let's go back to the gate. Hopefully. Nicely parked up. Let's get Valanta, see what that what that reckoned it was, but I don't think that was 400 feet per minute. No chance. Flights and this one. There it is. See, that reckons 475 as well. I'm pretty sure you've been robbed there, Gally. Pretty sure you've been robbed, fella. But it was nice approaching there. You can see we that nice vectored Nicely vectored in. 475 we landed at 138 knots, so we even landed slower than the VAP as well. 1.5 G. But anyway, there you have it. Whether that is correct or whether it's not, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not a 400. It's not a 400 feet per minute landing by any chance. And we stopped right on the line as well. Better than what we normally do. But anyway, there we go. I will just have to, unfortunately, Gally, end that prediction and have your points off you, fella, unfortunately. Twitch will do it anyway. There we go. But yeah, there we go, guys. Welcome back down to Newcastle. We've made it. We flew. Actually, what was the actual block time? So 1 hour. Look at that, 1 hour 59, and it was 1 hour 58 in the flight plan. So yeah, 1 minute off. Pretty cool. But guys, there we are. Welcome down to Newcastle in the A340-600. Gally, apart from that landing and losing your points, I hope you enjoyed us flying that tonight, because to be honest, that was rather nice. I enjoyed that. We'll have to do it again, or at least go and take the TOLUS out and fly the 321 in next plane with the TOLUS as well. But yeah, there we go. We'll have to plan another longer stream where we can get a bit of a better flight out in this again. But yeah, so tomorrow, like I said, there might be no stream tomorrow because, like I said, I'm out in the morning waiting for a new sofa in the afternoon. But if that all gets delivered relatively early, you never know. We may get a little stream in tomorrow evening. If not, we'll pop out for one on Sunday afternoon and have a little a Sunday mooch about in the skies. But guys, for now, thank you so much for coming along, for those new subs on YouTube and everyone else that watched Gally. We had Airdog, Patrice, James, and everyone else that came along. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, afternoon, or even if it's early hours of Saturday morning, wherever you are in the world, guys. Take care, and I will see you all on the live stream very, very soon. So I will, for now, I'll say goodbye, guys. See ya.